So today I'm talking to you about how you can create a strategic plan quite quickly and simply using a very easy framework that can absolutely revolutionize the journey that you're on in business or in life. So if that resonates with you, keep on watching, keep on listening. Hope you find it useful. Welcome back to consecutive day 2027 of a diary of a Runpreneur. And but before we get into today's topic, we're talking about how you can create a very simple strategic plan using a simple framework which can absolutely exponentially change the trajectory of your life and business. But before we get into that, let's not forget that this vlog is part of a fundraiser for saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon of run vlogging on consecutive days, a distance of a lap of the world, barefoot style. The more people we get in front of, the more money we raise, the more children's lives we save, which is why I do this every single day. So back to the topic at hand. How you can create a very simple strategic plan that will help revolutionise and expedite in a positive way the journey you're on in your business and in life. So firstly, strategic plan. It's just a plan, isn't it? It's just a strategy that you're adopting to get from where you are now to where you want to be at some point in the future. It's a plan of how you're going to do it. It's the strategy you're going to use to get there. And it can be applicable, it's primarily, I suppose, associated with businesses, like a business plan, so to speak. But it can also be utilised just as effectively in life, and your own personal life, so to speak. So if we don't have plans, we're not going to get where we are. There's a famous phrase by, I think, the great Sir Benjamin Franklin, which was, "A fail to plan is a plan to fail." It's one of my favourite quotes in life. So basically, it means if you fail to create a plan, you're planning to fail ultimately. So the problem with planning, and when you use the term business plan, for example, or strategic plan, it's usually kind of associated with complexity, lots of writing, lots of time and effort, and for so many of us that's just something that we don't want to be doing. So I've created a one-page strategic plan, okay, and I've basically taken the best advice I've had over the years from all sorts of different business key opinion leaders, authors, people who are phenomenal in their field, and I've just taken little bits of what they teach and what they recommend, and I've just tweaked it and adjusted it and just kind of tried to simplify it as best I can to create something that is usable and workable for me. Simple as that. And I've come up with this one-page strategic plan. And how we use it is, I love an acronym for starters. So it's in two halves, basically. So you've got actual kind of visualization of what it looks like in the future and what it's going to take to get there in terms of what the measurables you're going to need to kind of get there. That's kind of stage two. The first part is looking at the bigger picture and actually understanding what you're doing, why you're doing it, who you're doing it for, to try and really delve deep to ensure that you're getting this right. So the first thing I would say is we now live in a world where obviously AI is so accessible. Now, AI, the general rule is you're only going to get out of AI what you put into it. So if you're going to just ask it one question expecting it to do everything for you, it's not going to happen. It's always the quality of the inputs that you give it, i.e. the prompts and the kind of structure of how you're using AI, whether you're using it as AI agents, whether you're using it as knowledge base, whether you're using it as custom GPT, all these different things you can do with AI, which are completely different topics. But just as a caveat, you're only going to get out of AI of the quality of what you put into it. So if you're going to use AI to help you, which I strongly recommend you do, you need to ensure you're giving it the right framework and the right prompt to enable you to do this. So I have a project within my OpenAI world which is called Boardroom Mentor. I've given it quite a comprehensive prompt. It uses my master prompt, what I use for all AI that I use, so it knows enough about me to be able to have a good starting point. And I've then given it a kind of secondary, more kind of operational system-based prompt, which is to provide guidance based on several of the key opinion leaders who I respect the most in business. Okay, so it's going to go scour the internet, find all the information they can about those, and try and use the information that it has there to then provide better quality outputs that I want to hear. So step one would be to use AI to help you do this. Step 2, if you can make this an electronic version, then that is going to be recommended, because then you can kind of store it and come back to it and assess it and analyse it at a future point in time. If you do it on paper, fine. Hard copy, fine. But then it's your responsibility to keep it somewhere safe so you can refer back to it and adapt it as you progress. So the next thing you're gonna do one of these every quarter. Now, some of them, when you're updating these every quarter, a lot of the sections might be copy and pasted from the previous section, but it's still a really important kind of process that you go through to try and ensure that you get this right. You don't have to do all the sections again, because you can store the previous sections if you want and just update the ones that you need to. But so what I've done is ultimately I've created an acronym for this first section, which is called outcome. So it's the objective of what you're trying to achieve from your business or your life, and we're looking for an outcome, which is why I've got the acronym outcome. So these steps are as follows. O stands for objective. So what is the overarching objective of your business, your life, whatever you're trying to kind of get to? What's the overarching objective? So I think it's been referred to in certain business documentation as your big, hairy, audacious goal. So what's the big picture stuff? It should be a single sentence really, or a couple of sentences of what you're trying to achieve. You then got U, which is undertakings. So these are rules. These are rules of how you and anybody who's working on this business or life with you has to follow. So it's your core values, it's your undertakings, it's your rules of engagement. I have 15 of these. I'll talk about these in a different episode, but they are basically the rules we all follow. Anyone breaches or kind of veers away from these rules, then they're not the right fit for you and your business or you and your life. Okay, simple as that. So important to spend enough time getting those right. Really, really important. It's very, very easy to not. And then T is your target statement. So this is broken down into 3 sections. So what do you actually do in your business or in your life? Okay, who are you doing it for? And then how do you do it? 3 simple questions. You should just answer them in 3 simple sentences, which creates a lovely flowing statement. We do X for Y by doing Z. Okay, so it's something simple as that. But it's starting to knit things together so you can start seeing how you're kind of doing things, which is really, really important. Then C, hugely important, customer profile. So who is your customer? Who is the stakeholders that you're working with that are so important? It's obviously a little bit less relevant than being a customer if it's your life we're talking about here, but I'm talking predominantly business here. So who is your customer profile? Really, really important that you spend enough time and try and be as specific as you possibly can here. The more you know about your customer, the more likely you're going to be able to target them effectively in your marketing communication. So really, really important to spend a suitable time on getting this right. You've then got outcome. So you've then got original selling points. Okay, so you can see what I've done. I've played on unique selling points, but it was an O rather than a U. Still means the same things. What's your original selling points? What are the things that make you or your business or different from everybody else and from your competition? And you should try and have at least 3, possibly 5 of these if you can. But these are going to be how you differentiate yourselves. Really, really important to spend time. And don't just put generic stuff down. It's got to be genuinely an original aspect of what you do. You've got to have at least one. Everybody's got to have at least one. Or how are you going to stand out from the crowd? So really, really important to kind of get that wrong. We've then got M, which is your main method. Okay, so this is your kind of secret sauce, your magic recipe, your proven process, whatever you want to call it, but it should be an up to 10-step process of exactly what you do. Okay, this is your IP. This is how you deliver whatever you do to your target market. And you want to break it down into up to 10 steps. Less is more in here as well. But ultimately, this is going to be how you do what you do that makes you so great. Okay, really, really important that you kind of get that right. And you then got E, which is enticement. So what we mean by this is what's the offer? Making your target market an offer they cannot refuse. Okay, this is how you entice people, making it an absolute no-brainer for them to work with you or to purchase whatever you're selling. So this is where you've got to really, really think long and hard about how you can package up what you do to make it an offer they cannot refuse. And that's what enticement is. So that's the kind of 7 steps there, I think, of outcome, and that kind of gives you a complete overview. Now, you revisit this once a quarter, but the reality is a lot of it may not change. Like your overarching objective may not change, your main method may not change, your undertakings may not change, okay? Your target statement may not change, your customer profile. So you might only do this kind of once, but you want to keep reviewing it every quarter to ensure that it is still relevant. Now, the second part of this, you'll definitely be updating every quarter, because this is how you kind of build your targets and your goals and your objectives for the next 90 days. And it all stems from kind of what you're kind of looking at from a big picture and condensing it down. So here we start by looking at 9 years in the future. I like to do it in divisions of 3, which is why I say start with 9 years. So think 9 years in the future, okay? What does your business look like? Okay, really important to kind of visualize it, put as much detail into it, try and paint the picture of what it looks like in 9 years' time. You then come down to 3 years. Okay, now the difference is you're going to visualize and you're going to take what you've said 9 years down and you're going to ratchet it back to 3 years in the future from where you are today. A third of the way there, what does it look like? That's probably a good way to start. It might be something that you get exponential growth, so you might want to start lower and then accelerate the growth further in the further years. So don't worry too much about it. You're just trying to link it together at the moment. So what does 3 years look like? Visualize it, describe it as much as you can, but it obviously is going to be the first step on achieving the 9-year goal. And then you're going to give measurables. So what I mean by measurables, what does it look like in terms of something you can measure and start tracking against it? So it might be a net profit margin, it might be a revenue figure, it might be number of customers, it could be anything that you want that you're going to make, if you get there, how are you going to measure that you've actually got there? You then come back even further and you look at your 1-year plan. So in 1 year's time, okay, so it's all divisions of 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3, 3 divided by 3 is 1. Okay, so we're now on the 1-year plan. What does it look like in comparison to your 3-year plan? Again, it should be the first step on getting towards where you want to be in 3 years. So it should be a proportion of your goals should be there. You may have the same measurables for your 1-year plan. You want to have 3 measurables. It's really important to have 3 because 1 is too few. More than 3 is too many. Okay, this just makes it very easy to track and manage whether you're on track or not. So really important that you track these metrics because it's going to measure whether you get there. And again, be as specific as you possibly can when you're describing it. The more you put into this, the better. This is where kind of AI becomes really useful because it can really kind of delve deep into what you're doing, and you can just have conversations with AI and then tweak, and eventually you get the really good outputs. Once you've done that, you're going to then look at finally what are your 3 key projects or goals that you need to achieve within the next 90 days to be on track to hit your 1-year target. Okay, only 3. So it should be very, very easy when you've kind of visualized it and broken it down to actually think of 3 projects that you're going to actually be utilizing and how you're going to kind of move these on an ongoing basis. Okay, so but they need to be obviously big enough for 90 days. So it takes a little bit of practice to kind of get this right. And once you've done that, you're then going to pull things across into your strategy plan or your strategy process map. Okay, so I use a template here where I track things out over the course of the weeks that we have. You take your 3 big projects that you have set out to achieve and you break them down into 3 for each of those projects that you need to accomplish every month. Okay, and then every week, what's the most important thing you need to do to be able to achieve those 3 monthly targets for each project? Okay, so you could have up to kind of 9 different things going on simultaneously when you've got 3 different projects going on simultaneously. You might have 3 monthly goals for each, but then you're breaking it down into weekly steps. What's the most important thing you need to do every week? What's the one thing you need to do to then kind of move this forward? It takes a little bit of practice to get this right, but I always use the divisions of 3 because 3 just seems to work, and a lot of people say it's a magic number. So once you kind of have that, you're then starting to go from weeks to months, to quarters, to years, to 3 years, to 9 years. And you can see how you go on the journey. But by updating this plan every quarter, so you'll always update this secondary part of the plan, which is the actual kind of targets and measurables part of the plan, and the actual strategy, so to speak. I would break it into objective and strategy. So the first half is objective, second half is strategy. So objective is what you're trying to accomplish in the bigger picture, and the strategy is how you're going to do it. And it doesn't take, I usually spend about half a day on each business at the end of each quarter to do this, but it's so important you get this right, because if you set this up right, and then you start breaking these projects down across your team, across your different people, looking at how you're going to achieve them, then you're giving everybody very, very clear visibility on what we need to do to achieve what we set out to achieve. So the learnings from my diary is that a failed plan is a plan to fail. So I have a 1-page strategic plan that I use. I follow an outcome and strategy side of things. An objective and strategy side of things. So it's broken into 2. The first half is the objective, which we use my acronym outcome for. And it's a 7-step process where you get the bigger picture of what you're trying to achieve, why you're doing it, who you're doing it to, different aspects that you really need to know, that everybody needs to understand on about the big picture of what you're trying to achieve as a business or as a person. You then have the strategy, which is how you're going to do it. So we then start looking at 9 years, 3 years, 1 year plans, quarterly plans, and the most important quarterly projects, and how you break them down into monthly chunks and even weekly chunks. And all of a sudden you've got a very simple framework of how you're going to be progressing towards your goals in life and in business. And it's absolutely game changing when you get this right. Don't expect too much too soon as well. So when you start doing this, you might find the first time you do it, you're pretty inaccurate and you're not particularly, you don't get the results exactly you want. But tweak and iterate for the next quarter and the quarter after that. And before you know it, you'll be a master at doing this in terms of what you're going to achieve, how you're going to achieve it, and you're going to have better at setting the right goals and the right targets, the right projects to get where you need to get to. And that's when it becomes absolutely game changing. So persevere with this. If you don't do it, you're leaving a lot left on the table, really believe me. So anyway, that's it from me. Any questions or comments, drop me a line. I'll respond to anything relevant. Do remember though, if you believe in my mission of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon of run vlogging on consecutive days of distance of a lap of the world barefoot style, more people we get in front of, more money we raise, more children's lives we save, which is why I do this every single day. Thank you as always. Stay positive, stay happy. I'll see you again tomorrow.